The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Welcome to today's edition of Doing It with Stiles. Today I've got a really cool guest. Her name is Gladney. Welcome, Ree.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Did I pronounce that right? Ree?
Ree, yes.
Okay. Is that short for something?
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon, like the song, huh?
Yes, Fleetwood Mac song.
So your mom and dad were big Fleetwood Mac fans?
Very big Fleetwood Mac fans.
All right, bring them in the station sometime. We'll chat. So the reason that Ree is here today, we met a couple of years ago, or a year ago, or sometime back. You were on another show. You had a dream, a plan, an idea.
Yes.
That is about to come to fruition.
Very close. We're getting there.
And also, we have a mutual friend that had rescued a little kitten that had been hit or something, and she took it to the vet and took it home, and her cats apparently weren't having anything to do with it, wanted it out of there. So Ree started putting out the word to help us, and I went over and saw this little guy and ended up taking him home, which was really cool because he's turned out to be a cool cat, and my little dog loves him too. So they're best friends and they play. So we kind of bonded over that. So tell me, what is it that you had the dream about? What is it that you're planning? What's coming up?
So I'm going to open Las Vegas's very first cat cafe. It's going to be called Meow or Never Cafe or Rescue. Cafe and Rescue. So basically it's going to be a coffee shop on one half and then a cat rescue on the other half.
Okay, so it is a cat rescue. Now, will people be able to adopt those cats, or
Yes.
is it just like the Poppy Foundation, of course, has their rescue where
You have
cats
resident cats and then cats for adoption.
Right, they have medical reasons or whatever, they are not adoptable and they just take care of them.
Yes.
So is that kind of your intention too, or are you just kind of going to try to be a temporary fostering place for the kittens?
A little bit of both. We need to have resident cats. Talking to other cat cafe owners, because we're actually one of the very few U.S. major cities that don't have a cat cafe yet.
Really?
Yes.
Now, see, and I thought that was just the opposite. I mean, I know they're big in Japan and Europe, and I think, but I did not realize that they were that prevalent here in the U.S.
We actually have 30 in the U.S. right now.
No kidding.
Yes, and
Wow.
only 2 are nonprofit. We're going to be the 3rd nonprofit.
That is
that's really
great.
big.
So everything that you take in over and above your expenses goes to...
We're going to refund it into the cat,
Right.
into the cat side, so we can expand our adoption facilities.
Right.
So the more money we get, the more crazy we can make the adoption facility that will have more cats and more things
Right.
for them to play with.
Right.
More food, more cat furniture, just all of the facilities associated with adoption.
So let me ask you this: once you get open, and you're not open yet, right?
We're not open yet.
Okay. So once you get open, if someone wants to come in to just visit the cats, can they do that, or do they have to come in and buy something and then you can hang out with the cats?
Yes. So the coffee shop side, of course, is going to be reservation free. It's going to be like a normal coffee shop. So
Right.
you can come in, get coffee, get a pastry, study, work, all of those things. For the cat side, we're actually going to highly recommend reservations. Whew, early in the morning.
Yeah.
So there will be a reservation fee for that. So usually you're going to make your reservation beforehand and then come in the day of, probably 15 minutes before your reservation, check in and see the cats. We do want to have open cat times, maybe Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 will be reservation free. Just come in and hang out with the cats.
Right.
And we do actually offer a 9 Lives membership, which means if you have that, you can come in without the fee, without the reservation, and just go straight in and hang out with the cats at any time.
And have you determined what those fees are going to be yet, or are you still working on that?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
Crumbs and Whiskers in LA, they actually charge $25 for the reservation fee to see the
Okay.
cats. But then in Wisconsin, they only charged $11 at Cat Cafe Mad. So
Right.
it's really all about, like, all over the board of what to charge and what your rent's going to look like
Right.
and just the operation cost. That's kind of going to decide what the fee will be.
So you have a couple of spots that you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm very fortunate. I have a realtor that specializes in nonprofit. She actually
Okay.
has a nonprofit herself, which
Cool.
is very cool. And we're looking at places around Fort Apache and Tropicana.
Okay. So any particular reason why that area?
So we want to be somewhere residential.
Right.
So we wanted a suburban area to put the
Gotcha.
cafe. And we feel like Summerlin or Spring Valley is more central than Henderson or Centennial Hills would be.
Of course.
So we feel it's the most central residential area in town to have a cat cafe.
Right. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to remember what's up there. A lot of apartments in that
IKEA.
area. So, yeah, okay. So that's probably a good location, yeah. And how are you raising funds? How are you trying to accumulate dollars so that you can get this done?
Yes. So we actually just launched our Indiegogo campaign.
Okay.
And it's a little different than normal Indiegogo campaigns because we're a cause instead of a project.
Right.
So we're actually on generosity.com, which is Indiegogo's new nonprofit crowdfunding platform essentially. So unlike the normal Indiegogo campaigns, we don't have a deadline that we have to end this campaign, which is very cool. It takes a lot of the pressure off.
So you don't have to, you have to raise so much money or whatever your target is by this date or you lose it all.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So usually it's about a 60-day campaign and you
Right.
have 2 months to raise whatever your goal is. And I've actually been planning to do it that way for the last 9 months, and we're doing I plan 2 pop-up cat cafes to run during the duration of
Right.
the campaign.
So explain to our viewers, what is a pop-up cat cafe?
Yes. So we just actually had our first pop-up cat cafe last Saturday at the Poppy Foundation. So, yes, they have 138 cats there. Majority of them are special needs, but a lot of people have been dropping off completely adoptable cats. So
Right.
we actually wanted to help them clear out their facility a little bit so they can use more funds on the special need cats that are a little bit harder to get adopted. And it was a huge success, actually. We got...
They are awesome people over there.
yes.
They are the best.
They really
They
are.
really, really are.
I've been taking my cat there for 10 years
Yep.
more.
Yeah.
They're great people. We got 3 cats adopted out on Saturday.
Cool.
So that was big. And we raised $3,300 roughly.
Wow.
So that was
That's in one day.
in one day.
At one event.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's good. That's really big. So
Yeah.
yay for that.
What is your target goal?
We need 50K.
Okay.
So it's going to take us probably, I was hoping we could raise it in that 60-day time period, but it's gone a little stagnant, unfortunately. We've been on Indiegogo for about 16 days now or
Okay.
so, and we've raised about $1,500. We're going to throw everything we raised from the pop-up into there.
Right.
So we're almost about 5% funded at this
Okay.
point, which is not too bad. We're still relatively on track. But we need all of that money to put down the deposits on the location and then start all the renovations. And we have to set up the coffee shop side, and then we have to make sure the air ventilation systems are
Of course.
completely
Separate,
separate,
right.
and the health district or the health department's a little bit you're gonna have cats and coffee, food and animals. We have a lot of precautions we have to set up,
Of
which is
course.
where all that money is going.
So, what have you visited some of the other cat cafes?
Yes. I've had the honor of visiting 6 cat cafes so far.
Cool.
Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
I think my favorite so far has been Seattle Meowtropolitan, and
Okay.
they have a very similar aesthetic that I do, and it's the closest cat cafe to what I actually want to open here.
Gotcha.
So they had 5 friends essentially open up this amazing cat cafe. So they have the full-on coffee shop, espresso machine. They have macarons that look like cats.
Oh, no kidding.
They're so cute, and they have little faces that are completely different from each other. So you have
Yeah.
a happy cat, an angry cat. It's adorable.
Cool.
But their cat room and their coffee shop the aesthetic's really great. The coffee shop, you can come in there at any time. They actually have seating, and I guess the best way to put this is they're the first cat cafe that I've seen open from the get-go with the coffee shop and the cat room fully operational.
Gotcha.
Most cat cafes actually have to open with the cat side first, and then once they get the funds, they open the coffee shop side. Oof. And that actually might be the case for us as well. And there's nothing wrong for that. Or with
Right.
the cats are the priority, so of course,
go
cat
ahead.
side's going to open first. But I would love to open with both operational from the get-go because I feel like the coffee shop side really, it brings people in the door.
Yeah.
And I really want to be able to have that open right from the beginning so we can constantly have that inflow of people seeing the cats.
And even if you're not a cat freak, you can come in, have some coffee, have some, munchies or whatever.
Yes.
So are you doing this by yourself or?
So I have a partner.
Okay.
She's actually my partner in everything. Her name is Ivy, and kind of how our dynamic's been working is I've been doing the relationship management and a lot of the CEO operations,
Right.
executive director operations, and then she's been doing all of the coffee and getting everything that I
The
get
logistics.
planned. She's doing the logistics.
Yeah.
That's a great way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm very fortunate to have her. We're gotten to a point that I just can't do this on my own anymore.
Oh yeah, no. I understand that completely. So, and because people don't realize, you don't just go there and open up the doors and say, "Here we are."
Yes.
And you know that this is near and dear to my heart, and anything that we can do here to help, I certainly
you.
will. When you have events coming up, if you'll let me know, we'll help you publicize those events, both on our
Please.
station and all of our social media as well. And I'll have the information here on the screen for your, and it's called, what is it called? Indiegogo?
Yes, Indiegogo. It's at generosity.com.
Okay.
And just search Meow or Never. And our next event is actually going to be November 11th downtown with Ferguson's.
Oh, cool.
So we're really excited for that. They just opened. It's this new campus that they are going to do a lot of events at, and people live there, and they specialize in doing those really cool micro homes.
Right.
So so we're just really excited to work with them. They're
That's
just
cool.
really great people.
So what has been the hardest thing for you in putting this all together? I mean, besides raising the money,
The legal side of it.
right?
So we're completely nonprofit, so we have to start a 501c3 from scratch.
Right.
And that is its own ordeal just right there. And then kind of...
Let me ask you this. Why did you want to do this as a nonprofit?
Yes. So
As opposed to, because it would have been a lot easier to just open up a business that way.
Yes.
You know?
And I mean, we have 30 cat cafes in the country, and only 3 of them are nonprofit. It's a way harder route to go, and it takes a lot longer to get off the ground.
Yes, it does.
For sure. We wanted to
Is there any way that at this point it may be, but you already have all of your paperwork and everything done, correct?
We're working on it.
Okay.
So we still have a little bit more to go on that. We're already a registered nonprofit in Nevada, but we're still pending for the federal status.
Gotcha.
And it takes 2 months to a year
Yeah.
to get that all sorted.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
Can you get up and running and get started before? In other words, if let's say that by some miracle within the next 60 days, if you got all the money you need and everything's ready and you're all ready to go and open up your doors, can you do that before your designation comes through?
Yes.
Okay.
The only difference is for our donations, we can't guarantee that they'll be tax deductible until we get that approved
Gotcha.
status. But as of right now, we can take donations and we can be operating.
Gotcha.
Yes. And
So all of your donations that are coming through Indiegogo, are they tax deductible at this point?
not yet.
Okay.
They have the potential to be, but
Right.
until we get that determination letter, we can't guarantee
Right.
it. But
And that actually comes from the IRS, does it not?
Yes,
Okay.
it does. And they go through all of those applications as they come in. So they
Right.
have, depending on how many were submitted, is how long it's going to take to get through.
Right.
Yes. And we decided to be nonprofit because I really wanted to emphasize that we're a cat rescue more than anything else.
Right.
And I want
You're not a business.
we're not a business. We're a cat rescue.
Right.
We're a unique kind of cat rescue.
Right.
And there's a lot of cat rescues have been nonprofit forever. I mean, one of the very first nonprofits was the ASPCA. They
Right.
were one of the first nonprofits ever. And just the way that rescues are kind of developed and how they've been operating, or with all of these different, like, they do medical grants, food grants, just the shelter determination, all of those things. It's a lot easier to emphasize that we are a cat rescue as a nonprofit and get all the resources we need, and we can expand faster and easier with that status than just being for-profit.
That makes sense. So what kind of feedback are you getting from the community?
The community has been amazing, actually. So cat cafes have becoming more and more popular, and I feel like I've actually gotten a lot of just free publicity of just how they're kind of becoming a movement of themselves. Like the Big Sick, they had like a
was that an awesome movie or
that
what?
was a really good movie.
That was such a sleeper.
Yes.
And the only reason that I even watched it is I was bored. and I thought, I got it. I subscribed to Netflix, and they sent me the movie, and it was like I was bored, and I thought, all right, I'll watch this. But I know that the guy Camille from some other things that I've seen him in, I thought, I'll watch that. I was blown away. It was absolutely, and about halfway through is when I figured out, oh my God, this is a true story.
Yeah.
And that's what was cool about it. And so I thought the cast was awesome. They did a great job. And the whole thing was so real that I was just really impressed. It was a sleeper movie for me. So anyway, yeah.
Yes, I love the movie. They have about halfway through the movie, there's this very small scene where he's going to pick this girl up for a date, and she wants to go to a cat cafe, and they have a whole conversation about it. And actually, I got a call on the Meow or Never line. A guy was watching the movie and called us, and he was like, "I'm watching The Big Sick right now," and they were talking about cat cafes. So I looked up, is there a cat cafe in Las Vegas? And I found you guys, and I'm like, how does this work? I want to go. I want to bring a date there. This whole thing sounds amazing. And it's incredible. Just someone watching a movie found our number, and I had a whole conversation with this guy. It was wonderful. And to answer his question, how cat cafes work, yes. So we kind of went over it earlier, like the reservations and then the coffee shop side. But why a cat cafe instead of just a cat rescue is the coffee shop brings in so many people that more cats that need homes are in front of people. Right. And that's a very powerful thing. With the Popup Cat Cafe on Saturday, I had a friend who this cat bonded with him, just sitting on his lap for about an hour. He spent the whole bless you. And he was just, I love this cat. This is amazing. I just don't understand how he doesn't have a home. And I was like, someone didn't already adopt him, because this cat's name was Garfield, and he's been there for a lot of years. And just a lot of people just love him, and he's a great cat. And the reason is just not enough people have seen him. Not enough people have been in to know that he needs a home and that he's a great cat looking for a family.
Yeah, and most people want the kittens. They want the little cutie things. And the thing that I found is the older cats, the mature cats, you know what you're getting then. Yes. Because with a kitten, you don't always.
No.
And
you don't.
But
no.
But almost all of the animals I've ever had have been rescues, and they have always picked me.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's you go into a place and you think, okay, I'm going to get a pet. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. Or somebody calls and says, "Hey, John, you got to help us." I am a failed foster miserably. Every foster I've ever taken in, I end up keeping, and so yeah. But I understand, and they become part of the family, and they have their own personalities. They're all different, but I think the mature animals bring a little extra. And I think they know. I think they know when they've been rescued or saved, or I don't think that they're as dumb as people. People say dumb animals, and that pisses me off. But
yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, it's more dumb people than dumb animals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely.
So, but anyway, so what are you looking forward to the most in this whole situation?
We really want to increase adoption rates and lower euthanasia rates, and that's the big thing. So right now, Las Vegas's local euthanasia rate is about 42%. It was 30% last year, and up to 47% the year before that, and that translates to several thousand. I'm a little fuzzy on the numbers right now. Morning, but Cat Town, they're a nonprofit in Oakland. they lowered their local euthanasia rate from 42% to 14% in just a couple of years.
Explain that euthanasia rate. What does that actually mean?
Yes, exactly. So the euthanasia rate is how many cats are taken in by a shelter and they aren't able to be adopted and there's overpopulation issues, so they have to put them down.
Right.
And
municipality?
Yes.
That's the one.
That shelter, they're usually in all the major cities, they're the ones that have to
Right.
the hard job
Right.
of having to do that.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to do it. It's not a fun thing, but it's just an overpopulation issue. If they can't find another, shelter or rescue that has room to care for that cat, and they don't have room themselves, they're forced to do that.
Right.
And it's really sad because a lot of those cats they'd be completely healthy, completely happy just in someone's home.
Right.
If they found that person to take them, if they found that
Which is
family.
why spay and neutering is so important.
Yes.
Because that will
Yes.
also help reduce,
Ridiculously help.
the cat population. And there are a lot of localities, and I think that we're not yet. A lot of localities that will not allow pet shops to sell pets as long as there are pets in a shelter.
Really?
Yes, there is a number of localities in the U.S. that their local ordinance is if you own a pet shop, you cannot sell any pets out of that pet shop as long as there are pets in the shelters.
That's
In
incredible.
that locality.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, and I think that there is a movement to try to get that to happen here in Las Vegas, and I don't know if it's happened yet. But I think that's a good thing.
Yes.
Get rid of the puppy mills, get rid of all this crap, because people don't, all they see is, oh, isn't that a cute little pussy thing, they don't realize what's going on behind the scenes. So, and PETA, just don't even get me started there. I mean, they have a 98% kill rate. 98% of the animals that go to PETA are killed. So please don't give them any money. Rat bastards.
I
Sorry.
actually didn't know that.
You did not know that?
I did not know that. What is the story there?
Yeah, PETA is a fundraising organization. They don't give a shit about the animals. Excuse me. But they really don't.
Wow.
Their kill rate, it may only be 97, but it's 97, 98% of the animals.
90s.
Yeah, that come
Wow.
in there, they're killed, and it's, it's sickening, it's gross, it pisses me off, and it's just, they are a marketing, money-making machine. That's all they are. They don't give a damn about the pets. So do not give them money. There are plenty of other local charities and local places around town that can. Poppy Foundation is a perfect example. They're great. And the Dr. Steelman over there is just phenomenal. I mean, she takes almost no money out of there herself. She lives on her husband's salary. And I have yet to go in there any time of the day or night when she is not there.
Yes. She
And-
is.
and-
Her and Linda.
Yep.
Wow.
And Linda's awesome. Yes. So, well, and Terry Springs too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, another
Wonderful,
awesome people.
wonderful woman.
She's on the board over there. So what can people do to help you get this thing up and running faster?
Yes. Please donate to our campaign on generosity.com. Just type in Meow or Never. Yes, please. And please come out to our pop-ups. That would be amazing. We're going to, since we have longer than the 60 days, we're planning on doing pop-ups until we can actually get the funds to open. So
Okay.
they'll be ongoing. And the turnout was great. I was shocked by how many people showed up on Saturday. And on Facebook, we had like 160 something going and over 700 interested in the event. I was doing a company before, You Lucky Puppy, and we were doing like dog
that's right,
free-facing.
yeah.
Yes. And I've never seen numbers like that in an event that I'd thrown. Blown away. It's amazing. Great.
Well, I think hooking up with the Poppy Foundation and Bonanza Cat Hospital, I think, was a good deal because
Yes.
they have a great following. They have some really good people that
Community of cat lovers.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Wow.
and it's awesome. So, how many cats do you have?
Yes. So it completely depends on the square footage of
No. How many do you personally
I
have?
personally have. Right now, I only have 2 cats.
How much of a crazy cat lady are you?
So far, only 2.
Okay.
We live in a very small little apartment, Ivy
Gotcha.
and I. So 2 cats right now is a lot of cats. But I plan to have many more cats as I get more space.
Gotcha. How much space are you looking for over there? What is your ideal?
I would love 1,800 at the minimum, and
Okay.
about 2,400 would be that'd be a dream come true. But
Gotcha.
it's just a little bit more every month to operate something like 2,400.
Yeah,
square
no.
feet.
I understand. Yeah, it costs you more, but
Yes.
you can rescue more animals that way.
Yes, exactly.
So anybody out there has got some space, wants to be a benefactor and do something really
Please.
cool.
Please.
Please contact Ree. We'll give you all the information before we get out of here today, and let you know where you can go and what you can do and how you can help. And like I said, if you've got pets, if you've got cats, dogs, whatever you got, please get them spayed or neutered. That helps a lot.
Oh, yes.
Feral cats too. One of the things that I've noticed in the community is that there are a lot of people who are trapping feral cats, taking them in, getting them spayed or neutered, and then re-releasing them, because not all feral cats or feral dogs can be domesticated. And so that is a way to at least keep the population under control and not let it get too out of control. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yes, absolutely. So we're partnering with the NSPCA, their local no-kill shelter. They're actually adopting most of the cafe cats from them.
Okay.
They're amazing. And they are huge proponents of the trap, spay, and neuter, give all the vaccinations,
Right.
make sure they have medical care, make sure that they're fixed, they're okay, the ear clippings so people know if they've been trapped already or not.
Right.
So that's a huge indicator.
So explain that. Not everybody is aware of that.
Yes. So if a cat is trapped and then given the vaccinations and given the microchip and then given they're fixed, so to speak, they clip their ears. So when they're put back into their wild home,
Right.
people know that cat's already been taken care of. So I should trap another cat.
Okay, so this is just for feral cats, or
Yes.
is this done for, if I took my cat in to have it spayed or neutered, would they clip its ears as well?
No, it's
okay, so this is
completely
just
for
for
feral
feral
cats.
Okay, all right. So, and what about the chipping? Why are they chipping them?
Yes. So the microchipping, I'm not entirely sure how that works for the feral cats, but basically it's so they can keep track of their medical records more than anything else.
Gotcha.
So those chips, when you scan them, there's an ID for that cat. You know, like where that cat's been intaken before, and you
Right.
can kind of determine its history.
Right, and if it's carrying any disease or blah, blah, blah,
Exactly.
blah, blah.
So if
Okay.
they have FIV, it'll be on
Right.
there, and you'll know. And
Yeah. So, if you have cats or if you have animals that have not been spayed or neutered, are there clinics in town where, because it's a cost.
Yes.
And owning a pet is a cost, and there are medical bills, and we can't always, especially in today's economy, it's tough for people. I mean, you're supposed to be a responsible pet owner, but sometimes you let it slip. So are there places that they can take that are reasonable or free or?
Yes. So the Animal Foundation, they actually have a monthly event that they do the fixing completely for free. So
Really?
you bring your cat in and they will take care of it, cat or dog. All pets welcome. And the Bonanza Cat Hospital / Poppy Foundation every Wednesday, I believe it is, for
Yeah, I think it's every Tuesday or Wednesday.
midweek.
Yeah.
For $50, they'll do all the vaccinations and do the spay or neuter.
Okay,
So
cool.
that's really affordable and amazing. And all of my cats I've actually taken in for that deal.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So that's the Animal Foundation and Poppy. And I guess you can go online and find, I'm sure there's others here in town too. So there's plenty out there. There's really no excuse. I mean, stay at a Starbucks for a couple days, go over
Yes.
to Meow or never. So,
Yes.
so what's going to be on the menu at Meow or Never?
Yes. So we're going to mainly be a cold brew menu for the coffee.
Okay.
So we're
Explain that,
yes.
please.
So apparently Las Vegas has the harshest water for espresso machines.
Yes.
It's just so much minerals in our water here.
There's a lot of alkaline
Yes.
in the water here. And it's not that it's bad, it's just that there are a lot of minerals here.
It's just very hard on
Right.
espresso machines.
And it's very hard on
Incredible.
pipes, it's very hard on
Yes.
swamp coolers and everything else. So
Everything,
Yeah.
yes. And we're partnering with Colorado River Coffee Roasters for our
Okay.
coffee. So since we want to spend more money on the cat room and the renovations and making like all of that, it's just more economical to do cold brew instead of an espresso machine.
Okay.
Because the setup for that, it's going to be about $20K to kind of put in all of the filtering for the water.
right.
But with cold brew, it's a huge, like we basically want to do the nitro taps like you do for beer, but
Right.
it'll be for coffee. And cold brew is brewed overnight. So instead of in like the couple minutes you get your hot coffee, it's
Right.
brewed over a long period at a cold temperature. And cold brew is there's no bitterness because it just took
Okay.
so long to brew, and the just that like the bite that you usually get when you
So all of the coffee, if I go in there and order a cup of coffee, it's going to be cold?
So we'll have cold brew for the cold drinks. The hot drinks we're going to do pour over.
Okay.
So we will have hot drinks, and that pour over is actually really great on
you
alleviating
just-
bitterness.
yeah.
Yes, and it's very cost effective. So,
Right.
and it's a huge trend. The pour over and the cold brew, they're becoming like gaining popularity,
course.
and we would love to get on the trend. And it's great because it gives us more money to spend on the cats.
Of course.
Yay for that.
Yeah, no. And that's the whole point, especially if you're a nonprofit. Why waste money on things that, and what about your baked goods or
Yes.
you have somebody that's going to be doing that? You're going to be doing it yourself or?
We're gonna have that. We're gonna have baked goods delivered.
Okay.
So we want to partner with a vegan bakery and then also another bakery that we really enjoy. We're still determining who those bakeries are going to be. We're
Gotcha.
kind of on a bakery safari right now, kind of figuring that out.
I may have some numbers for you.
Please,
Yeah.
yes, please.
No. I'll get you some info.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure what it is, but when you said that, something popped into my head. Oh yeah, hey, I remember. Yeah, they were talking about that. Okay, good. So I'll dig it out and find it for you. So.
Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, that's
Yes, but pastries and coffee. Expect pastries and coffee. We also want to do meowmosas and kind of a beer and wine menu, and we want to do tea ceremonies as well.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So
Who's doing your tea ceremonies?
we want to do tea ceremonies from all over the world. So we actually want to invite like different like organizations in
Do you
town.
have somebody you're working with?
We do not yet.
I do.
Oh, wonderful.
And all of their tea is fair trade. Do you know what that means?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
That's
They
amazing.
are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I know just the people to hook you up with.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, I
and
love that.
And they love cats.
Even better. Perfect. Yay.
So this is what I love about the community here is that if you want to do something or you're going to do something, you know somebody that knows somebody. And
Yes.
and we're all
Big little city.
Yeah, we're all willing to kick in and say help each other, and it's not hooray for me and to heck with you. And I love that about this community.
Yes.
So we've seen that in the last couple of weeks. So anyway, so cool. So see, and that's why you had to come here today.
Yes. Yes. Great. Thank you.
And of course, the more you share this, I'll send you the link, and you can put this up on your website or wherever you
Please.
like.
Yes.
And before you get out of here, we'll do a couple of little 1 minute, 2 minute PSAs that you can use as well.
Oh,
So,
great. Thank you.
So hey, no, that's why we're here. So that's what this station is all about: is trying to help stuff in the community, and that's why that's why I sit this way and don't look at the camera so much, because I'm not here to look at my face. I want to help everybody in the community. So, but yeah, I'm really glad to see this finally coming to fruition for you, because it's been almost a year, hasn't it?
Yes.
That I know
yes.
of. You had Lucky Puppy. Is that still up and going? Is that still?
No, I stopped doing that in December. I wanted to put all of my efforts
Gotcha.
into Meow or Never.
Okay.
And I'm working on my master's degree. But one business and one degree is plenty. Plenty.
Yes. So what do you do in your spare time? You're either studying or looking for property, right? Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. Meow or Never.
And what's your major?
I'm getting my MBA, so Master's in Business Administration.
Cool.
Very helpful. I got my economics degree for my undergrad, and getting the business administration degree. It's great studying something that directly is applicable to what I'm doing.
Of course.
So right now I'm taking a marketing class. So helpful. So wildly helpful.
Yes. So I assume that you're attending UNLV.
So I was attending UNLV for my undergrad,
Right.
UNLV alum, but I'm actually getting my master's degree from WGU. They're a nonprofit online university.
Gotcha.
And I really need to be at home for just Meow or Never takes up so much of my time that I need to be at home for that.
I spend about 60 to 70 hours a week here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not always physically here, but working on what we're doing here. So,
exactly.
So anything else that you'd like to tell the people before we wrap this up a little bit?
Please just support us. We love cats. If you love cats, please help us out. We are really, everything we do is just so we have 200,000 cats in Las Vegas that need homes right now. 200,000.
Wait a minute, needing homes?
Yes.
Holy moly.
Yes. So that we really want to decrease that number.
Yeah.
And please, if you can help us, we would really appreciate it.
And even if you don't love cats, love coffee.
Yes, if you love coffee, please.
I mean, you can sit and watch the cats through the window and watch other people play with them, and you can help them out. I mean,
coffee shop will be completely allergen free. If you are allergic to cats, if you can't be around them, you can still watch them from the other side of the glass. Please come by. We would really appreciate it.
And so think about this: when you go to Starbucks and you buy a cup of coffee, you're putting a lot of money in somebody's pocket up at the top. If you go to Meow or Never, you're going to be helping out people in your community. You're going to be helping out some animals that could always use our help. We're supposed to be the bosses of this planet. Sometimes I wish we'd act like it instead of idiots, but that's another story.
That is another story, yes.
So we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm happy to. I'm glad that you've gotten this far, and we'll help get you over the edge.
Thank you.
And I want to remind everybody this Saturday, coming up at the Barnes & Noble on Rainbow, I will be there doing a book signing. So
you wrote a book?
No, anybody buys a book there, and if they come to my table, I'll sign it for them. So
come get a John Stiles signed book.
Yeah, and it can be any book. Any book at all. And if you buy a book on cats, a portion of the proceeds will go to Meow or Never. Now I haven't talked to Barnes & Noble about that yet, but I will.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
So anyway, hey guys, thanks for coming back, and please share this. Please get the word out there. I'll give you some information that you can share and where you can find out more about Ree and Meow or Never, the Poppy Foundation, and some of the other great organizations here in town. So it's like I always say, if you're going to do it with Stiles. Bye.
Thank you.
Never is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our mission is to lower Las Vegas's local euthanasia rate to completely zero by radically increasing adoption rates. Cat cafes are a cat rescue and a coffee shop combined. The cat room and the coffee shop will be completely divided and have separate air ventilation systems. We are launching this Indiegogo campaign to help us to secure a location out in Summerlin and to help with renovations for both the cat room and the coffee shop. We are partnering with the SPCA for our cats.
We're a no-kill shelter. We have free roaming condos for the cats. So we bring them in, we rehabilitate them, we socialize them, they get spay or neutered, they get their microchips put in, they have all their shots, and they're ready for a forever home, such as Miss Darla right here. Miss Darla's used to dogs, used to other cats, so when she goes to a forever home, she's already used to other animals.
They rescue their cats from another local kill shelter in order to prevent them from being euthanized. So the more space that we free up for them, the more lives we can save. So Meow or Never is going to be partnering with CRCR, Colorado River Coffee Roasters, for our coffee. We're working with them to put together an amazing cold brew menu.
Well, we're quality driven. You know, when we began this business, we were determined that we would roast the finest coffees we could find. It's got to be something we like, we believe is extraordinary, and we do everything we can to ensure the high quality that goes out the door. Our processes, our packaging, our warehousing, our sourcing, all of those things are geared towards the highest quality product that we can make.
We will also have tea available for non-coffee drinkers, and we also want to have beer and wine. As for food, we want to do a French bakery and also a vegan bakery catered to us. At Meow or Never, we want to bring together cat lovers of all walks of life. So that means we want to have events of all different kinds. Book clubs, art classes, cat yoga.
Cat yoga?
Yeah, yoga.
Oh my God!
God.
We are having 2 pop-up cat cafes during our campaign. One will be with Bonanza Cat Hospital and the Poppy Foundation, and the other will be with the NSPCA and Downtown Project.
Please follow us on social media at Meow or Never Cafe for more information.
If you are interested in joining our Meow or Never family, you can join our volunteering group on Facebook. Thank you so much.
Nice work, John.